Tom, I hear that you're a romantic. What makes you a romantic?
Well, I guess like I write greeting cards for a living, so I gotta have to be inspired for that to write I love you, thank yous, but I always think that things are meant to be like fate, so I try to write some most meaningful stuff, like corny, cheesy movies, I guess. Movie quotes. So
What's your favorite phrase that you've written for a greeting card?
I think the one that I was most proud of was on Valentine's saying, I love us. Definitely I love us, because it's the both of you, and it means so much more than just saying I love you.
Do you remember your first kiss as a, I don't know, grade schooler or middle schooler?
Well, actually, I didn't have my first kiss till about senior year in high school, so, but it was with a somewhat pretty girl who I guess liked me. I don't know. We kind of just pecked, but that was pretty much it. Nothing too special.
But you didn't feel fireworks or anything?
No, not with this girl, but she's cute.
Summer, what, do you consider yourself romantic? Do you believe in fate, or do you believe in sort of playing the field until you find the right one?
Well, I didn't believe in it until recently, and because Tom was always telling me about it, and how like he thinks that fate decides our love life, and we meet the person that we need at the right time. And I didn't always believe that, but I think that now I do. After recently meeting someone, I think that they've changed my perspective on it, and now I think I've found the one, and I'm like settled down.
Do you remember your first kiss?
Yeah, it was, I had it pretty young. I was like in elementary school, and there was this guy who was like, he was really sweet and cute, and he would just like, he asked me to go ask the teacher something with him during recess, so we went to the teacher's room, but then they weren't there, so we were just kind of standing by the door, and then he just kind of did it, and it was just a small little peck, nothing special, but it was cute.
Tom, do you have a brother or a sister?
No, just was an only child growing up.
And what about your parents? Which, were you closer to your mom or your dad?
That definitely have to say my mom, because she was always there for me. My dad always telling me to be a man and all this bullshit stuff. But yeah, my mom always nice to me, and I appreciated her the most.
What about for you, Summer? Do you have any siblings, and are you close to them? And what about your parents? Do you like them both equally, or do you like your mom better than your dad, or vice versa?
Well, I think that I was related more to my mom. I didn't have any siblings, but I was related more to her because, we're both girls, so she would teach me how to do stereotypically like feminine things, like doing makeup, and like we would garden together. And my dad was more like, classic dad, like he would be watching football in the next room and stuff, so I would go and like ask him if he needed anything, and he would like ask me to get him a beer or something like that. But I have a good relationship with my parents. Both of them are really nice, so I'm really grateful to have them.
Tom, what are you most afraid of?
I'm afraid of a lot of things, but probably the most is just getting my feelings hurt, or getting like crushed, by someone I love. That's not a good feeling. So I'm definitely not too fond of that ever happening. Scared of that.
Are you afraid that fate may not favor you in finding the right one?
Definitely, like I think we have like a notion that fate goes the way you want it to, and that's how I kind of perceive it. But maybe it doesn't always go that way, and maybe it's just bullshit. But who knows?
Summer, what are you most afraid of?
Probably just letting people down. Like I'm one of those people who always wants to make everyone happy, so if I if something happens in my life that I can't control, then I would be scared of telling that person and just hurting other people, because I don't really want to be that type of person to do that.
Tom, how do you want to be remembered after you die?
Probably someone who was kind and did lots of things for others, or was just a good husband to whoever my future wife may be, a good father.
Summer, how do you want to be remembered?
Probably like a similar way, very kind, generous person, and I hope to raise my future kids to be the same way, and I want them to view me as someone who they can look up to and strive to be like. I don't want to be known as someone who treated others badly and was not a good person to hang out with, and I want to be someone who people can feel like they can tell their secrets to and in confidence, and just someone who they can talk to whenever they need it.
And thank you both for sharing some time with us today. Thank you.
Thanks.
Ken, what's your favorite childhood memory?
I remember the first time I was shooting with my dad. It's a good memory.
You were hunting. What did you...
First time shooting, it was shooting targets at a range.
Oh, at a range, okay.
Yeah, it was cool. It's a good memory.
What's the worst memory that you have from childhood?
Fighting. Used to get in a lot of fights.
Did you win those fights?
Yeah, I'm a good fighter. I know how to handle my business.
Okay. Ray, what is your favorite childhood memory?
I don't really have one. It's all kind of, life's just shit, right?
Were you close to your parents at all, or were you raised in a group home, or?
Group home.
Okay. What, outside of that, what is the most horrendous childhood memory you have?
I remember the first time I left the child home. I kind of started hanging around the wrong people. We were doing a job, some old guy's house. We were gonna go kill him and then take all the stuff in his house. And it was my job to kill the person, but that was my first time ever doing something like that. I was only 13, so.
So you got your training early.
Yeah. But
Ken, what, were you ever in love? Have you ever been in love?
Yeah, didn't last long.
And why is that?
Different lives. I can't be with somebody. I can't love somebody with the life that I live. I hope that can change one day, but as of right now, I can't.
Ray, what about you? Have you ever been in love, or
no,
do you care about whether you find love someday or not?
not really.
Okay. Ken, what do you fear the most?
Killing somebody I don't have to kill.
Same question for you, Ray.
I would say the afterlife. Just hope there's.
Do you think you're going to heaven or hell?
I hope those don't exist.
Okay, so maybe you're more of a Buddhist? Do you think there's reincarnation?
Nah, I think when we die, we just die. There's nothing more after. You're dead. Nothing happens.
Ken, are you religious?
No.
Ray, are you religious?
Not at all.
Okay. Ken, how do you want to be remembered?
Don't want to be remembered, preferably. I did what I have to do in this life, and I feel like Ray feels the same way.
So is that true?
Yeah.
So you mean you wouldn't want to have anything on your tombstone? Like
Why?
here lies,
Why have a
Ray.
tombstone? Why have a tombstone?
Well, I guess the state could just put you in some anonymous cemetery, I suppose.
I think it goes back to what Ray said, when you're dead, you're dead.
So it doesn't matter.
No.
If there was anything that you could change in your life, Ken, what would it be?
My life, the way I lived my life. It could have been lived differently, but it wasn't.
So is it too late?
Yeah.
Ray, what about you? Could you start over? Could you change? Could you create a different life for yourself?
I mean, yeah, I definitely would have changed some things. There's some, when it comes to our work, there's always some people that I feel like don't deserve what we put them through.
That you have to do what your boss says, right?
Well, yeah.
And what are the
Everybody's gotta
consequences?
get paid.
What are the consequences if you don't do what your boss asks?
Guilt, probably.
Life. Your life.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, thank you both for taking some time to talk to us today.